Hello, it's Darren for Investor Income. Welcome to the channel. We talk about trading the 1 minute time frame, 1 minute chart using moving averages and how you can improve your chances of success and how you can guarantee your failure. Okay, so here we're just on NZD USD. So we can take any chart. This is the 20 period moving average, and you can see how this price moves. Okay, so we've got an uptrend here. And we can see when the averages are extremely steep, you've got a strong move going on. And when they flatten out, you've got indecision in the market. So this is just the 20 period, which tends to be a fairly common and popular choice. And people trade like this and they look at these wicks. When you get a wick and you've got an uptrend, so you have a wick here and you've got a strong uptrend, they'll try and trade this and take some pips and just scalp it. So they're looking for some kind of pullbacks. You might have a red bar. Here we don't have anything, just indecision. But we've got a wick at the bottom and then an inside bar, and you just trade that up. Now look at the candlestick patterns for reasons to enter trades. On the 1 minute chart, however, that can be problematic, especially when you're looking for trading trends like this, because the price movement happens so quickly. Really, the bars are only showing obviously that 1 minute's little snap of information. And when we get times like this, we've got a flat sideways market consolidation happening. We don't know how to trade that, so you just leave it out of that market. Here, when you go to move up, the problem comes here. You would not know any of this, so at this stage, you'll be looking and you'll be seeing a strong trend upwards. What would you do with those bars there? You've got a bullish bar and a very bearish bar, and then you've got an indecision bar. So you take a buy trade. Okay, you can take a little bit of movement up to the highs there for a few pips. You're not going to get much out of it. Just swapped over to the pound US dollar here. And so you can see we've got a downtrend here. So this would be a typical formation where people look for either an engulfing bar like that one to trade it down. But then you get these situations where you don't know, where it still appears to be going down, but then it weakens and the pace reduces. What you've got to bear in mind is with a moving average is most people trade moving averages completely the wrong way. Okay, so you've got to get rid of what you've been told really about how to trade moving averages. If you break down what a moving average is, it's purely the movement of price. It takes the average of the movement of price. No matter what moving average it is, they calculate differently. It's essentially the same thing. They take how many bars it was previously, they average that price movement out, and it comes out in a line. And that line moves with the price. And that is the key point. It's a moving average of the price. Therefore, one thing you do know for certain about a moving average is that the price will have to reconnect with that line at some stage. So there's your first clue how to properly trade the 1 minute chart with moving averages, is you know that the price must return to that level, and at some stage it's going to deviate from that level again, and it's going to have to return to that level. No matter what you're looking at, that has to be the case because it is an average of the price. Otherwise, you just get a straight line down and nothing would ever reconnect here. You can get periods like this where extended periods of selling have gone on, and you get perfect entries here, 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 but then you get this situation where that would appear perfect there, and now it's not perfect. And now you've got to make a decision what you're doing. Do you close the trade? What do you do? So when you trade in the 1 minute chart and you trade in averages, and this is just one example of a moving average, but it applies to all moving averages. The benefit of a moving average is that it gives you points of entry and it tells you when the price has deviated from that. I always trade deviation, and my system revolves around deviation and trading deviation from moving averages. So you will make money on this. You can take these trades, but you will lose money and you'll be very indecisive, and then this will happen and you enter trades and it'll go nowhere, reverse on you, then it's up, then you're closing out and you're losing. So here we've added the 50 exponential moving average, and we get something slightly more interesting where we get a lot bigger deviation between those lines, and we also get a bit more confirmation for those trades we're not quite sure on. And we also get deviation from these lines where they're bulging apart from each other, which gives us cause for concern if we can be entering short on those, because we've got these lines separating from each other, and we also have a deviation down here from those lines, so the price is coming back. Okay, remember the price has to always revert back to these averages. So this will be a no-no for an entry. And then you get this sort of situation, which is a nothing trade. You think it's going up, so people will be looking to enter there because they're looking at this price here. And then it comes down, and now what the hell do you do here? Nobody really knows. So, and then you get, oh, this is a good one. Right, that way it always works. Then you enter again, enter again, enter again. It always works. But then you get the bulge. Then what do you do? Do you wait? Do you re-enter? Also, we get a trend like this. It's just, of course it works every time. Any idiot can trade this. You just trade down with it. But that's not the way the price moves. And then you get this sort of situation. And now it's doing exactly as it did before, but this time it continues. And then we wouldn't trade here because it's bulging, but then it does continue. So you've got no consistency in your method. When it's fully trending, it's absolutely brilliant and looks, most people will say that it was a strategy. They'll give you a picture like this and say, yeah, you trade with the trend. That's, how many times do you hear it? And yes, you can trade with the trend, but this isn't giving you enough of a picture. Okay, you're going to make winners, but when do you close these winners? And when do you don't know what to do. It's not clear enough. You can use oscillators to help, but we really got no idea about long term. We'll be buying not knowing when and where to exit. So you can trade with moving averages, but the moving average will only form part of your picture. If you're trading just on one moving average or two moving averages like this, you're going to be too inconsistent because you're not going to know when this kind of thing is going to happen. And by the time it's happened, you wiped out any of your profit you've made. And you're also panicking about holding trades. So you can see here you get the deviation going on outside, but then we've got these lines start to move apart. This will be caution. And you've got to make things as simple as possible for yourself, but you cannot trade just based on moving averages. Otherwise, if it was that simple, you could just trade on moving averages on a 1 minute chart, with the usual thing. You can scalp, but your losses are going to equal or be worse than your profits, especially if you're just trading one of these. So you can see the pullbacks happen, but it's inconsistent when to not enter those trades. So you don't stand a chance. You're just going to get wiped out all the time. And you see this time and time, and people have to go through this pain of trading this way, and then realizing eventually that these people don't know what they're talking about. But we do have some key metrics that we can take from this positives. That you do have a way of knowing where the price will be, because the price has to come back to the moving averages. So if you want to learn more about trading properly and correctly using moving averages and a trading system that works effective and is extremely profitable, which is one I trade every day as my living, then you can get in contact with me, email me down the bottom, investyourincome@gmail.com. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and help this channel grow. So I run a trading group, and you're more than welcome to join the group. You can get my strategy off me, and I'll go through it with you in detail over 12 videos explaining exactly how it works. And it is a proven strategy because I use it every day to trade. So please do join the group and email me if you want further information. Thank you for your time, and I'll talk to you soon.